Well, listeners, it's that time of the week again. It's time to settle into your cozy armchair and put on some smooth socks and listen to another episode of Cosmic Crit. We got a very special episode for you today. We're taking things back a little ways to a simpler time, an age of wonder and magic, and we sure hope you enjoy it. A little housekeeping before we get started. Some of you may have heard of a little get-together called PAX East, and, well, folks, we're gonna be there. And we hope to see you there as well. If you're gonna be in Boston over the next week, let's say 4th through the 8th, we hope you'll stop by, say hey to us. We'll be around the convention hall on Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, and we'd dearly like to meet you. As a matter of fact, we've had these beautiful lapel pins manufactured just for this event, so we can hand those out to you, dear listeners, because it's about time we gave something back. So we hope to see you there. If you want to catch up with us, you can follow us on Twitter or on Discord. Both of those are available over at CosmicCrit.com. Suggest you go ahead and give us a follow over on there and keep it locked in on the 4th through the 8th, and you might just be able to meet your favorite podcasters. And then you might just be able to meet the crew from Cosmic Crit. Well, listeners, without any more ado, I believe it's time to start this here episode up. Introducing episode x04, Pronkfinder.
Pick up your power-ups and double jump with me into this week's episode of Cosmic Crit. Hi, everybody. It's me, Patrick, your VGM, your video game master, and your mild Italian stereotype that, for some reason, is socially acceptable. I'm here eating mushrooms and spicy flowers to gain their powers and fighting reptiles to save a princess. And this week on Cosmic Crit, we're taking a crit stop to play another fun adventure in the lands of make-believe and digital whimsy. Welcome to Cosmic Mario World. Joining me in the player 2 spot are my 5 friends and players. To my left, a half-pint denizen of the Mushroom Kingdom, Drew, playing player number 1.
Wahoo!
To his left, jump on this turtle's back and you can use his shell like a bowling ball. It's Jabert, playing player number 2.
Parmigiana, Patrick, Parmigiana.
Indeed. Across the digital table, the tall brother of our hero, who's a mean green fireball throwing machine, Miles, playing player 3.
Here we go!
To his left, the princess that can rescue herself with a sword made out of energy, Rebecca, playing player number 4.
Peachy.
I heard she jumps higher too. And to my right, a horrific fire-breathing lizard guarding a bridge, Tyler, playing player number 5.
Brawh!
Right, so welcome everyone to another special episode of Cosmic Crit. And this week, most of us are in Boston for the Penny Arcade Expo. So I thought that a video game episode intro might be a good time to throw that one out there. So while we take a week off to play video games in real life, I thought this would be super appropriate. And this week's intro was suggested by Detreth over on our Crittermander Discord server, where we have fun chats about how stupid the intros to the show are. Join up. I think there's a link in the episode description. We are very excited because we give away fun stuff over there. We get to interact with the fans of the show, the Crittermanders. And yeah, we got some cool exclusive giveaways going on in April, just for the fans that join up. So you don't want to miss out. Miles, you have a good time there, right?
I have a great time. I basically live there.
Yeah, no, you set up a little tent in the closet.
Oh, yeah.
So in the grand tradition of our special episodes, of which this is, I think, number 4, we've explored a haunted ship, We've listened to Absalom Station radio commercials and ascended a tower on Absalom Station as Skittermanders. So I tried to come up with something equally fun for this, our April Fool's episode. Are you guys excited about what I have in store?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are, aren't you?
I'm excited. I'm curious what we have to play, because I know we're not playing Starfinder as we know it.
We are not. You are not. So this episode, it starts very far away from where we last left off in both time and space. And you all find yourselves walking down a dirt road in what looks like a very forested path in an idyllic pastoral setting. And you are not yourselves either. You're not playing your normal characters this week.
What?
So let's go around and talk about who and what you're playing as we dive into some fantasy fun. So you guys have got a basic description of your character, who you are. Let's go through them. Drew, player number 1. What's your character's name?
I am playing Guy Snacks of Gizbrak, the honest, heartfelt, and caring halfling sorcerer. What ho, travelers!
What ho, indeed. Awesome. I'm liking that voice. Player number 2, Jabert. Who are you playing?
I'll be playing Andal the Seventh, a curmudgeonly and not quite bright half-orc barbarian.
Amazing. Player number 3, Miles. Who you got?
Oh, I'm Samus Mail the Tricky, a helpful and kind-hearted dwarven thief.
Excellent. And Rebecca, who are you playing today?
I am Astoria, the speedy half-elf archer and cruel mercenary.
Yes, you are. Way into character, everybody. This is frightening to me. Last but not least, obviously, is Tyler. Tyler, who you got?
I humbly submit myself, Eldril Vralberries, the wise and weak 2.5-foot kobold cleric of Serenray.
Oh, look, Rod Sterling's on the podcast.
Sick burn there, stupid barbarian.
I had way too much fun making up these characters and trying to make them as opposite as your Starfinder characters as possible. So you guys are all an adventuring party, and you're traveling through the Fey-haunted woods of Bakar Forest in Galarion. And you all have set out together looking for the settlement of Logholm. Now, you all met in a tavern, obviously, where all adventuring parties get together to plan their journeys, thrice days before today. And at that time, you heard that a dragon had made its home in a nearby cave. And as adventurers, you were up to the task. As pathfinders and heroes, you set out to see it killed and claim the bounty on its head. Guys, we're in fantasy mode right now this week. Yeah, people tune into this Starfinder podcast to hear all about like spaceships and stuff. Nuh-uh, not this week. Went retro. Sorry, so you're talking, you're walking. What do you got to say to yourselves, adventurers?
It's up to us. Well, no, I guess you go right ahead.
Okay, all right. Try again.
Please, Miles, go ahead and say your piece.
Everyone stay on guard, for evil is afoot.
It is up to us to rid the woods of this dastardly dragon.
Perhaps we will be rewarded with some golden coin for our troubles.
We will need the favor of Serenray on our side, and good luck to win this day.
Then let us work together, friends, for we are adventurers on a quest!
As you're walking along this path, though, this little piece of dirt road going through the forest, of course you're attacked by a giant band of goblins. We're in initiative turn order.
On guard, friends!
Alrighty, so you guys all have various implements, weapons, and what have you, and they're all not super effective as you are but lowly beginning adventurers, but you need to wield them because there are 6 goblins that come out of the woods, and they look like they are ready to draw blood. First in the turn order is Rebecca playing Astoria.
This is perfect. I eat goblins for breakfast.
All right, so what does Astoria want to do?
She's going to move down to the south, and I think she's an archer, right?
She
You
is.
have
So
a bow and arrow?
she's got a dinky short bow.
Okay, great. So I'm going to take out my short bow. Can I target the goblin furthest to the south?
All right, so make a d20 attack roll.
That's a 2.
Your arrow goes right into the tree you're standing by, but like pierces that tree very well. If that was a goblin, it would probably be dead. Next in the turn order is Drew playing Guy Snacks.
So what kind of implements does Guy Snacks have? He's a sorcerer, so he must also have a spell or two that he could sling as well.
Yeah, I would imagine a pretty weak fireball, maybe some lightning attacks, a cone of cold, something along those lines.
Hold fast, friends. I'm going to cast Fireball on one of the goblins to the north.
Let's see. You've rolled a 9. Very weak goblins. That's a hit.
Ha-ha!
They hit. So go ahead and roll me a d4 plus 1.
That's a 4.
5 damage, so plus 1. Yeah, that is enough. You send this goblin burning to a crisp, and he falls to the ground saying, flee.
Take that, scoundrel.
Next in the turn order is Tyler playing Edril Varelberries.
It is very hard to say, young one. I do not blame you for getting it wrong. It is Edril Varalberries. And I would like to send Sarenrae's holy light against my enemies with a magical attack. I have rolled a 2.
2, that is also a miss. Which brings us to Jabert playing Andal the 7th.
Yes. Let's see here. I'm going to charge at a goblin, but Drew is standing in the way. Guy Snacks is standing in the way. So I'm going to overrun Guy Snacks.
Okay, that happens. You're on the ground, Guy Snacks.
Ugh.
Go ahead and make me that attack roll.
Okay, that's a 2.
What is going on?
Excellent. I've made these guys all but impossible to miss. You guys are amazing at these games. They're also at the bottom of the turn order. Miles, you are next playing Semismail.
All right, so I'm a thief, so I guess I would have like maybe throwing daggers.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Have at thee, foul villain.
Oh! That's not a 2.
Natural 20. So go ahead and roll 2d4 plus 2. Yes,
All right,
no.
so 3 plus 4, 7 plus 2 is 9.
This one here, is that right? Okay, so he's dead. Your dagger blade goes through his neck, lops his head off, and it goes rolling away. And for a moment, it like chases after its head, and the head is saying,
Pronk.
And it's dead.
That's not how you get ahead in life.
Okay.
He'll never be the head of a major corporation.
I'm glad you picked up what I was doing.
Right, thank you. I watched that movie last week.
Oh, it hurts already. All right, so that's your guys' turn. The goblins take their turn, and they're going to move in. I've hit with a few of them. Andal the 7th, this one that you charged, brings a wicked-looking sword to bear. It would be a dagger on a normal-sized person. And it does 5 points of damage to you. Now, I should mention, everyone here only has 20 hit points.
Oh no, that sounds like a number that's relevant.
Yes, well, I just took away a quarter of them.
Oh no!
It's a good amount. And the next attack is going, of course, to Semismail, the dwarf, as this one. He saw you cut his friend's head off, so he comes back for a vengeance. Only 4 points of damage. That takes us back to the top of the turn order.
I will take out another arrow. I like goblin on a stick. And she stabs him with the arrow.
It'll be just as effective if you shoot the arrow, so go right ahead.
That's 19.
Nice. 19, that is a hit. Go ahead and roll d4 plus 1.
So it's 5.
Max damage, yeah. It's dead. You stab the arrow right through its eyeball, through the back of its head, and it goes down and says, "Why though?" And
Ha 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 ha!
is dead. Next is Drew. Drew, playing Guy Snacks of Gizbrak.
I tell you, goblins, if you desire to stand down, or we will smite you.
Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. No, they do not stand down.
Then I cast Cone of Cold.
Blowing some cold air in their direction.
It's a 14.
That is a hit. Go ahead and roll me that damage.
It's a 4.
Also dead. You turn it into an ice cube, and then it does that thing where it breaks up, like it starts cracking, and then there's just a pile of frozen goblin meat on the ground.
These guys need to cool out.
You know, chill out's a thing, right?
Oh god!
Everybody, freeze.
Can it be?
Everybody be chilly.
Ice to meet you.
So every week. Oakley dokley. That was Drew's turn. Tyler, Edril of Varroberries. Your turn.
Wherever evil harms the good, I will be there to heal it. And I will move over to my friend Andrel the Seventh, and I will heal him with the light of Sarenrae.
Okay, roll a d6 for me.
My friend, you get 3 points of your health back to you.
Just pat him on the shoulder. Give that good healing that you hear about with the clerics these days.
Now go kill that very ugly creature.
It's indeed Andal the Seventh's turn. Jabber, what you got?
I swing my mighty axe and cleave it in twain, probably.
Oh god.
I've rolled a 7.
A 7 from Andal the Seventh. That is a hit. Roll me that damage.
I bet it's a d4 on this great axe that I'm wielding.
Yes, a classic D4.
A maximum damage.
Yes, you do split this goblin in half and, right down the middle into 2 pieces.
I have done a great deed this day.
Both of them... both of them continue talking separately. It's like,
he killed us. Yeah, we're Pronk and dead.
and they fall aside and into 2 different ditches. Oh, right, and almost last in the turn order, Miles playing Samus Mail.
All right, so he's going to take one of his daggers and just slash at his opponent in front of him.
A 3. It's a 3, which is not a 2, which means that is a hit.
So just like 3 of us missed on first round because we all rolled 2s.
I made it so easy, guys, and you guys still managed to mess up that first. 2 plus 1, 3 damage. That's enough. They have 3 hit points. That one's dead too.
Oh, it's a shame you weren't more headstrong.
Wasn't everyone just go ahead and roll me a d20 now?
We can accomplish so much when we work together as a team. Good job, Guy Snacks.
Yes, good job, everyone. We really did show those goblins what for.
I'm wearing this goblin as a hat.
And it looks good on you, my friend. It looks good on you.
Thank you. I'm going to take it to the Absalom Fashion Show, where I'll surely win the blue ribbon.
All right, I'm going to need most everyone's attention right now, but particularly Drew's. So, Drew, what looks like a headless goblin, you're the only one that notices it stand up from behind you, pick up a huge rock, and just pelt it in your direction. And Guy Snacks of Gizbrak is clobbered in the head with it, doing 2 points of damage. And yeah, your bell is rung, and it more than just stuns you for a second while the other 4 are kind of looking over the goblins they've killed. And you kind of get double vision for a moment. And all of a sudden you see the forest, and then you see the hack on the Drift Rider. And the goblin Bumfuzzle waving and screaming something at you can't make out. And then the world around you freezes, and this dead goblin stands up and walks over to you. It's Cattywampus, holding on to his severed head like a basketball between his two hands, and it begins to speak to you. The fantasy character persona, Drew, that you had a moment ago, starts to melt away, and the regular Knack personality returns, and Cattywampus says,
You're awake! We have a bit of a problem.
What are you guys talking about?
We wanted to push you through some training while we were all aboard the ship, so we had Galara help us write a program, and we invited a few additional activities, maybe made a few improvements to the holographic activity chamber in order to get you all ready for, the challenges that lay ahead of you. It's called Galarian 2nd Edition, and we were really hoping to capture what it was like on the Lost Planet thousands of years ago.
These guys need a playtest.
So why are they not realizing we're having this conversation right now?
Bumfuzzle just beat you in the head with a rock, but now we've been locked out of the holographic activity chamber. So I think we're only going to be able to communicate and speak with you. So I'm very sad to report, but you might be our only connection, as everyone else seems pretty in character right now. So just real quick, I'm very sorry, but we might have gone a bit too far with our inventions, because all of you are in very grave danger, because if you die in the game, you die in real life.
Oh, Pronk. Where's that rock that you just threw at me?
We've set up some defensive capabilities for the hack. It's probably best if I just show you.
A small window out of the hologram opens up, and you see the security camera feed in the hack. And out of the game, Cattywampus enters wearing head-mounted holographic goggles, and in the game, he draws the dog slicer blade and stabs digital Snacks of Gizbrack, stabs you in the leg. And in the hack, a small robotic arm comes down from the ceiling carrying a survival knife, and it lowers into the frame and stabs Knack in the ribcage. So you take 3 points of damage.
Why? Why would you do this?
I just really wanted to point out how dangerous this was, and this is very dangerous. So
I believed you.
So right, this is all well and fine, but your compatriots have all bought into Galera's programming and think that they're video game characters. Unfortunately, the only way to exit the program is to complete it, and that's by killing this dragon. But they're going to be relying on you to get them through this, because I think they're just going to throw themselves at it until they die, and that will be bad.
All right, is there anything I can do to knock them out of character? Any brass ring I can try to grab right now?
Definitely not. We've used up all of our Deus Ex Machinas just getting to you. I'm going to try and log into the system from another computer on the ship, but yeah, we've been kicked out of the game. So, well, good luck, Knack. Good luck, Starfinder.
So they only had one rock? Is that the thing?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys didn't stalk the Drift Rider with rocks, so who's that on?
Great point. That's a great
on
point,
you.
Patrick. I know. It's a real oversight.
The goblin body dereses, and you're left with the sound of crickets, Knack, and owls hooting in the wind in the trees, and these your four compatriots in character celebrating killing the goblin.
Say, good show, fellows. Hey, Edril, you want to give me some healings and that good healing magic?
Your voice may have changed, but your heart remains devoted to the light of Serenray. Of course I can heal you, friend. Serenray doesn't like you that much, unfortunately. There's only 1 point of healing to you.
He's a non-believer in the world.
You must have done something very bad.
are the adventuring heroes continuing down the path towards the dragon?
Wait.
I'm hungry for dragon eggs.
Me too.
I am old and cannot move very fast. Please slow your pace.
And Astoria, don't wait, what?
No, come along, little snacky man.
You're traveling along this road, and you come across a merchant standing in front of a small wooden stall. He is a burly man with a simple shirt and pant leg, wears a long handlebar mustache, and a bright green bow tie around his neck. He's also wearing a digital watch on his wrist. It seems the goblins are very bad at programming historical accuracy into their game. he invites you over. He waves his digital watch arm and says, "Greetings, weary travelers. Peruse my wares and make use of my tonics, tinctures, potions, and lotions. I was about to pack up for the day, but I have exactly 5 bottles left."
Ando buys one.
As does Sam Zell.
As you're looking them over, you're not sure what exactly they are. He says, "Now the labels have come off, and I'm not entirely sure which is which, but 3 of these concoctions are delicious potions of rejuvenative powers to mend your wounds and vigor you and fortify your health. Oh, and the other 2 are deadly poison. If you want, you can have all 5 of the bottles free because of the mix-up. This unmitigated kerfuffle. Have at them."
Well, I like those odds. And he takes a bottle.
So do I have any of Knack's abilities since I'm knocked out of the voice, or am I still only locked into Guy's abilities?
What ability do you want to use as Knack?
To see if I can do a life science check or a physical science check on some of these things to see if I can, or a medicine check, actually, a medicine check to see if I can figure out which one is which.
This will indeed break my fun, but go ahead and make me that roll.
14.
Do you want to take one?
I do want to take one, yes.
You're pretty sure yours is good. Good to go.
All right, then. Keep dripping into Guy's voice. Yeah, I think mine's good. I'm just going to hang on to this right now.
Does everybody want to take one? Does everybody take one of these?
Yup.
Excellent.
I like to live dangerously.
So
We're just gonna quote Austin Powers all over this thing. I too like to live dangerously.
apparently, Knack, everyone is overjoyed at this windfall and do take all the rest of the bottles. Right, so you guys can continue walking down this road, and you see yet another stall. And it's staffed by nearly the exact same vendor with the handlebar mustache. But this one has red ascot instead of a green bow tie, so you know that the developers of this game spent a lot of time on their vendors. And he says, "Greetings, weary travelers. Peruse my wares and make use of my swords and staves, bows and battle axes. I was about to pack up shop and leave, but lucky for you, I have 5 mystic and magical weapons left." They're laid out in front of him on a table.
What luck! I will take one, kind sir.
Now, I should mention that an evil warlock hit these bad mamma jammas with some hoodoo earlier this week. And a couple of these have been cursed. Cursed like you wouldn't believe. Curse up the wazoo. But the rest should be all good. And since I forget which ones are cursed, you can have them all for free.
Your generosity shall be noted by Serenray.
Ooh, I do love these curved daggers.
This longbow with the beautiful black arrows will be perfect.
I want the lightning staff. No, wait, the daggers. No, wait, the great. No, yes, the great sword.
Yes, that is the one you want.
I'll take the lightning staff, I guess.
And that will leave me with this cold steel rapier, which I can use as a wonderful walking cane since my old one is about to give out.
Knack pretty good with the lightning staff.
Gonna have to be.
So you guys greedily snap up the weapons, and as you move further down the road, the horizon point passes and the shop disappears into the forest. Right, so you're walking along, and the forest opens up, thins out a bit, and you hear before you the sound of a clear, babbling brook. A stream splitting the wood in two, and as you make your way forwards, you see a simple wooden bridge crossing the waters. Suddenly, a shadow passes overhead. It is that of a giant winged beast, the dragon of legend that haunts these woods. Seems to have caught up with you and marks a wide circle as it swings down on blood red leathery wings. What do you guys want to do?
Andal is going to apply the potion to the greatsword.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll me a d10.
Mixing it up on me. That's a 1.
All right, I will tell you what you got when you swing that. Great sword. What about the rest of you? You see a bridge up ahead, the water, and it seems to be coming down right on top of you. Do you want to move yourselves forward?
Yeah, Samus Mail is going to try to sneak, I guess, closer to the bridge by this bush here.
Can Raimi give me a stealth check? I don't know if that's like good or not for you.
So 22.
All right, so you sneak behind a bush. You can go ahead and move your character. Anybody else want to do anything?
Yeah, Astoria is going to move over onto the bridge.
Edril will just stand next to Andel.
Are we in range to attack this dragon?
Not at the moment.
Okay. All right, everybody, get ready, and let's hope if this thing pounces on one of us that we can surround it and maybe do some damage.
That blood red hide will be beautiful with my black arrows.
I am recording all of this, and Alindra is going to be so embarrassed. Oh, man.
Yeah, that's a weird thing to say no matter what.
I'll be in my bunk.
Even out of character. Right, so as the dragon lands on this road, bifurcating the thick forest, it steps forward onto the bridge, lets out a primal screech with fire and smoke obfuscating its face. It stamps on the bridge. Boom, boom, boom. Its back claws dig into the wood, making wide gashes and sending flinders flying behind it. As it rears up on its hindquarters, its wings begin to flap, and a gale force wind nearly knocks all of you down as it kicks up dust and clears this haze of acrid black smoke from around its head, revealing its gruesome visage, that of the ship's dog, whom Raimi calls Mr. McScruffin. And it says, "Bork, bork," smiling and it pants a little bit with smoke escaping from its puppy grin.
Foul Dargan!
This was programmed by the goblins. Right, so it starts by barking, and it lets out a massive jet of flame that spreads out over 30 feet from its mouth. Looks like both Samusmel and Astoria, I need you both to make a DC 13 reflex save. Now, this is going to be plus your Starfinder character's reflex. So add your bonus.
Hey, watch your step, Astoria.
That's +3.
That works here, Mac.
Oh, yes! So that's +2 to that, too.
That'll be a 15.
Right, so you're going to take half on this. Miles, go ahead and give me a reflex. All right, so that was a 1 on that reflex, a fail. Samusmel taking the full damage. 12 points of fire damage as it burns through you. Astoria only taking 6. A small vid screen pops through the hologram, and Knack, you can see in front of Raimi in the holographic activity chamber, a small butane lighter has come down into view, and it just starts burning his face off.
Oh my gosh.
Right, so maybe this is the time I should mention that your characters are taking this damage in real life as well. So I need you to track a couple of hit points right now. Combat has begun. Let's go ahead and why don't we just roll for initiative, and let you guys know what's going on. You can roll your normal character's initiative.
Mine is actually a 13.
Oakley dokley. So as this thing comes down, nearly burns Raimi alive, you see Knack in the window, Cattywampus limp into frame, and both in the digital world, his headless body wanders down the middle of the road. And yeah, he seems to be in the hall of the Drift Rider now. He says,
Oh, good. You made it. all you need to do is figure out how to beat the dragon. Bumfuzzle wrote this script for the monster, the hideous beast, and said it would be nearly unbeatable, but, well, just figure out a way to kill it or you're all dead, so you have to do it, basically.
Can you tell me the script? Can you give me anything? Any hints? Any,
Yes, I have seen the one that hates us use a trick to incapacitate the beast. If you rub its belly, it will curl onto its back. That is Mr. McScruffin's only weakness.
We gotta rename this dog.
No.
All right, so
We gotta rename this dog.
we are in initiative turn order, and believe it or not, the person in the know, Knack Sizrak, you are first. What do you want to do?
Okay, so for the sake of this, I am 35 feet away, Pronk. Can I just move here? And is that like a weird cover thing?
So if you do want to move into the bush that you were hiding behind, and try and take cover, you can, and make a stealth check, a hide check, as well.
No, I'm actually gonna try to use this gnarled lightning staff, which is just such a great idea, just to see if I can do anything to attract its attention.
Okay, so you want to attack from over there? Go ahead and roll me a d20.
Oh, Pronk.
Natural 1. Sweet. Guess what time it is, everybody?
Oh, beans.
No!
This is the worst episode of this show.
So is this a spell or is this a ranged attack?
It's a ranged attack.
This episode just got better.
This is a magical crit fail.
Oh no! Oh
These are
no!
obviously
flavorful.
the goblins took only about 10 minutes to program into the HAC virtual reality game. Let me roll that up for you real quick. Okay, from our good Crittermander friend Rabbit. This is a very nice one. They're very nice to you. It's called Annoying Eyelash. You let loose with a magical attack from this wand and sparks fly. You reflexively blink to avoid the sudden flash, and as you do, an eyelash gets stuck in your eye. You spend the next 1d4 turns with a -2 to attack roll, but you can use a standard action or move to clear this next round. Go ahead and roll me, just for a turn. That's for for 4 turns. You're fine.
Pronk.
Alrighty, that's not bad at all. Guys got off light. So next in the turn, Edril Veril Berries, the cleric of Serenray.
Evil dragon must be smelt by Serenray's power, and I will hurl a magical attack against the creature.
Oh, that's not something you have at all.
No? Crap.
No, you picked up a rapier.
I don't have any more clerical abilities?
You have one more heal for the day.
Oh, dang it. I would...
Really should have play tested this more before they put you into the death chamber.
Well, if I have very limited use of Serenray's power, perhaps I shall close in on this creature, and I will move closer.
Got it. Next in the turn order is Andal the 7th.
George!
Running.
I charge and I chorp at the Jorgen.
Chorp. All right, roll me that d20 attack.
Ooh, that's a 17, brother. Or
Yes.
don't forget I put my magical potion on it, brother.
Oh, I'm not going to forget that, you best believe. Yeah, so you come at this thing and hit it with, like, the flat side of the blade. It doesn't look like you know what you're doing with it. That is actually a miss.
Oh, brothers, we're boned.
17 is a miss. This is a very dangerous dragon. Next in the turn order is the dragon. Bork, bork. It says it's got a couple of targets here, and it's just going to start tearing into them. It comes down, and the dog's face. It's going for Andal.
Or nor.
All right, and it does indeed hit. Oh, minimum damage, so that's not that bad. That is 8 points of damage.
Or nor.
How is Andal doing? It's just turning so Swedish Chef right now.
Bork, bork, or nor.
Well, the more damage I take, the more Swedish Chef I get.
Awesome. Right, well, how are you doing on hit points?
Not great. I'm almost bloodied.
It's going to send a couple more attacks your way. Claw. Both of These are hits. This thing is horrific. So that's 15 points of damage. How are you doing that?
Dead.
Excellent. So, Andal falls to the ground, bleeding out from bites and claw marks. We got a couple more attacks on this dragon. Its two wings move over its shoulder and start clawing at Astoria. Both hits a monster, I say. But these are a lot less. These are D4s plus 2. So only 8 points of damage. Astoria is still doing all right.
Not great.
Pronk, am I allowed to talk at any point in this turn, or do I have to wait for my turn to do it?
Yeah, no, what do you want to say?
All right, guys, I got an idea. And this is going to sound really crazy, but you got to trust me here. Astoria, can you get to its belly? Just rub its belly. I know that sounds weird, but you got to trust me on this one.
Are you taking the goblin's advice?
I don't know why I'm taking the goblin's advice on this, but you guys don't even know what goblins are talking about, but... Oh, Prague.
Astoria, I don't know what Guy Snacks is talking about, but if you rub its belly, you will die. I just
He's crazy. He's
You will
crazy.
die just
the
like-
goblins are dead.
Astoria, please listen to me. Can I roll a diplomacy check?
The gobs must be crazy.
You won't have too much time to roll a diplomacy check because it's her turn right now.
Oh.
Astoria, what do you want to do? You've just seen your comrade these past few days, Andal the Seventh, get bitten to death by a bloodthirsty, furry-maned dragon.
Let me take some of the halfling's advice. And first of all, take a step back. Can I take a guarded step back?
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to aim my bow and arrow, my beautiful black arrows, at the dragon's chest.
Alrighty, make me an attack roll.
That's a 2.
I'm not gonna dignify that with a response. We're moving on to Samusmail, the tricky dwarf. What do you got, Miles?
So Samusmail is going to try to stealth his way to the dragon and rub its belly.
All right, so you're trying to sneak up. Go ahead and give me that stealth roll.
17.
Excellent. I want you rolled a 3. It doesn't seem to see you sneak up and approach it underneath. Go ahead and give me a touch KAC attack. So this is going to be your base attack bonus plus your strength. You've rolled a 5, and that's going to be about a 10, I think. Is your base attack bonus? No, it's not even plus 5. What am I talking about? You're a technomancer. That is a miss, and it sees what you're doing and goes down to bite you. Okay, for 13 points of damage. Snacks on the dwarf heavily.
He's gone.
Are you dead?
Yeah.
Yay! And next in the turn order, we're back on turn 2. Nack Sizrak. Nack, Drew, why don't you give me an intelligence check?
That's an 8. What a terrible roll. Terrible roll.
Yeah, you're not too sure about exactly what's going on here. What do you want to do?
Okay. So Isoki have a +5, I believe, to acrobatics checks to roll underneath large creatures.
What you gonna do with that?
I'm going to attempt to do that to try to rub its belly myself.
Excellent. I fully endorse this plan, so you know it has to be completely sound.
Oh, Prague, this is not...
Go right ahead. No, you said you want to do it.
All right, so I'm going to roll this acrobatics check, which is a natural 20, I believe.
That's gonna do it.
Plus 8 is a 28.
I'm using the Pathfinder CMD for a red dragon. That's a 25 CMD, so we just got it. Yeah, so you want to try? You want to try and rub its belly as well?
Yeah.
Go ahead and make me that attack roll.
So here comes a D20. So that is an 11 plus my BAB.
Minus your strength, or are you at 10 strength?
I'm at 8 strength.
Okay, so what, like a 13?
Proc.
That's a hit.
Oh!
Right, so you do indeed rub its belly, and it kind of rolls over a little bit and makes like a sound. It is stunned for 3 rounds. Next in the turn order, Tyler, Edril berries. You see Guy Snacks go up and rub the dragon's belly.
While the dragon is stunned, I will take this opportunity to heal our good friend Astoria. May the light of Serenray heal your wounds. Oh, but Serenray doesn't like evil people. Perhaps you should check your etiquette. 1 point of healing to you.
I am a mercenary after all.
It's classic gold. Okay. that is your turn. The corpse of Andal the Seventh de-reses, and then it materializes him standing up at full health about 20 feet away from the dragon.
Pronking goblins.
Forgetting completely that he was dead. But yes, you took all that damage IRL, Gibbert, your Andis 147.
All right, fine by me.
Taking damage, but Andal is back up with 20 hit points.
Is the potion still on my blade?
That is correct.
I charge! 19!
Oh, 19 is just a hit.
Yes! Wait,
Go ahead.
So what does my greatsword do? Is it D10s?
The great sword is indeed 1d10.
That's an 8.
Nice! 8 points of damage. That's actual damage that's going on this monster.
Mm-hmm.
And then the healing potion takes effect.
Ow.
That you've coated on it, and yes, all that damage is gone as the mixture seeps into its wounds, and it's doing pretty well right now, actually. It's that
See, Dargan friend, I have helped you.
Rupert, now right? Oh boy. And next on the turn order, the dragon's back. So it does see, it's got what? Knack. You have staggered the Dorgan for 3 turns. So it can only make a move or a standard action as you are rubbing its belly. If you continue to rub its belly, but it does take a bite at Andal again, obviously. Who just healed it up for 14 points of damage.
Oh my.
Yeah. Yep, things are getting serious because in real life, back in the hack of the Drift Rider, there's just one of Edris's blades just like chopping into the side of Andis 147. Just clunk, clunk, clunk. Okay, and that brings us back to Astoria.
This is perfect. I have him in my sights. And she's going to... I'm actually going to dip one of my... Can I do a double attack since I'm not moving?
You can. It'll
Okay, great.
be -2 to both.
I am going to take out my vial and dip one arrow into it before shooting it at the dragon.
Go ahead and roll me a d6. Okay, I've marked down what has been used. Go ahead and make me that attack roll. Alrighty.
16?
You got a second attack going on?
Yes.
His laugh makes me
Oh,
great.
no!
Oh, no.
Natural 1 on a ranged attack. I think those are both misses, actually. So we've got another critical failure. This one's called How Dare You, submitted by Grant. The target is in your sights. You shoot. Unfortunately, your aim was off and the shot near misses their nether regions. You both exchange shocked looks at one another, and their look turns to anger. The dragon gets a +4 to hit you next turn, like it needs it.
Oh, that's a great one. That's great. Oh.
Back to Samus Mail. Miles, your character, de-reses and then is back up in the... You had another man. You got another life. So you're back at full 20 hit points.
Extra life. Oh boy. I mean, oh boy.
What does the dwarf want to do?
I guess he is going to, throw his daggers at the dragon's face.
Sure, go ahead and give me an attack roll. All right.
Never mind.
A 3, that is a miss. And that is the end of turn number 2. Knack, we're back to you. You're petting the puppy dragon's stomach furiously, watching all of your teammates fail to hit this thing. Go ahead and roll me another intellect check. A little bigger bonus this time.
11.
11. Yes, excellent. So out of the corner of your eye, Knack, you see Samus Mail, what looks like just Raimi dressed up as a very small dwarf in dark clothing, slinging this dagger at the dragon, and it looks just like he does when he throws magic missiles. And it clicks in you that it seems like everyone is just working off their muscle memory, and they would be a lot more effective if they had their actual powers, or if they switched weapons to something that was much more in tune with what their character normally has.
Hey, Samus Mail, why don't you try this lightning staff? And I toss the lightning staff to him.
I catch it and my eyes start to light up.
It does
of magic.
It does feel pretty good in your hands. You don't know why. As a thief dwarf, you've never touched magic before, but something feels right. Feels right.
Oh, I know kung fu.
Do you want to? do you want to keep rubbing its belly, Mac?
It's still staggered regardless of whether I'm rubbing its belly or not, right? For
It
2 more
is.
turns?
I will allow it. Yes.
I mean, it's not going to extend it for more turns if I continue to rub its belly.
You don't know that. Maybe I just want to get you rubbing the dog's belly the entire episode.
Yeah, I don't trust this. So, well, now I don't have a magic staff, so I don't know what I can do. Okay, so I've tossed that thing to Samus Mail. I'm casting Get 'em, or I'm gonna shout Get 'em at the dragon, and I'm going to attempt to rub its belly again while it's staggered.
Excellent. Okay, it's got +1 to hit it. Yeah, do you want to tell anybody else to switch weapons? Because
I can do that. Everybody switch weapons.
So I'm gonna just break the 5th wall here. Everyone is using the wrong weapons, but there is a right choice for everyone.
Yeah. So let's see. Andal, pass your weapon to Edril. Edril, pass your weapon to Astoria. Astoria, give your weapon to me, and let's take this thing down.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
On your guys' turn?
Yes.
Okay, so you can wait Edril for Andal to give you this Orcish greatsword. And what does your teeny kobold frame have to say about that?
I must admit, Guy Snacks, I have no idea what you're planning, because I don't think I can swing this.
Sense motive on the halfling. I rolled an 8.
Oh, are you not wanting to give up the blade? Is that what Andal's thinking?
I don't know, Patrick. You made me the big dumb half orc.
Let's just say you believe
right.
him enough to.
We'll do it your way for now.
To hand that weapon off. Edril, do you want to go ahead and give this beast a whack with this greatsword?
I mean, I will step up and try.
All right, go ahead and attack as if you were attacking with your curved blade.
Prepare to meet your doom, monster, with this. Oh my goodness, this is very heavy. That's a 20 to hit, you foul beast.
That is a hit.
I have done 14 points of damage.
Snicker snack, you bring this orcish blade right through its back, cleaving it nearly the right wing from its body. It takes a ton of damage. Yeah, Andal the 7th, it's your turn. You're left without a weapon.
Andal, here's this bow that I should have given to you the last turn.
It's not your turn!
I punch it. 11.
Frog!
I'm so glad we're adhering to these rules that I just made up 5 hours ago. Thank you so much for not cheating at all, because this will matter after this episode. The dragon's turn. It's gonna bite. Who's it gonna bite? Oh, it's gonna bite Ant. Of course. Hey!
Oh, that's a 1!
And this is Mr. Miscruffin's the dragon, so it's a named character. I'm gonna roll. Oh, we've got one of all 3 this episode so far. Gonna do a melee crit miss. All right, so the puppy dragon suffers. This is another rabbit submission. So many. Thank you, rabbit. Combat shock. The face of death. This puppy looks into the face of Andal, the 7th, its enemy, and sees only death in its eyes as it's pummeling it in the stomach. It has to make a will save, or it cowers for its next turn. So will save for the dragon. It's fine. They have a really good will save, but yeah, it is still. It looks at you with puppy dog eyes. Andal is like, very sad. Astoria, it is your turn.
Who has the rapier right now?
You do.
I believe Edril. Yeah, Edril handed it off as he came in, slashing with his new great sword.
Okay, so I have it now? Okay.
Yes, here, Astoria. Use the rapier. For what reason, I do not know.
I prefer black, but blue will do.
All right, so you can actually step forward. This thing is not this big, and make an attack if you want.
Okay, well, can I stand on top of somebody else, or?
No, you can just move on the other side of the bridge.
Okay.
Ouch.
Go ahead and make a regular Alindra Velis attack.
All right, that's a 17.
18 with get him.
18 with get him, and if you were running around the other side of the dragon, that is a hit for how much damage?
16.
Alrighty, yeah, putting some damage on this beastie. That takes us back to Samus Mail. What weapons?
So Samus Mill has the lightning stick or whatever.
Right. Yeah, Knack
So-
threw it to him.
So my question is, does Samus Mill have the innate abilities of Raimi now? Is there some cognitive thing that clicks with him?
Yeah, you can cast basically any spell that Raimi might know through this staff.
Well then, I cast Magic Missile.
A classic!
15.
Alrighty, so the last 3 attacks have averaged out 15 each turn. You guys are putting some damage on this dragon. It's not looking great. And that takes us to the top of turn 4, I think. Knack, Sizrak. It seems like everyone's got their plan in motion. They're doing damage to the dragon. What do you want to do?
All right, Samus Mill, toss me those daggers. Andal, take this bow.
Here you go.
Is Andal gonna take the the bow now?
It's not my turn.
Oh, Prog.
You can just throw it at him.
I'm throwing it at him.
Oh, my turn.
What does Knack want to do?
So Knack is going to get him, and can I still make an attack with these daggers?
Yeah, go right ahead. And it'll work basically just like a pistol, any pistol you want.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you just rapid fire left 5 daggers at him. Ayo.
So that's a 23, 24 with get him, and that is 8 damage.
That is a hit. All right. Yeah, 3 daggers right in this thing's chest. And next in the turn order, Edril Verrowberries, a.k.a. Adrus Veronis. What do you got?
I don't know why this great sword feels so good, but it does. Attack
You wanna-
again?
Single attack?
Yeah.
A 2.
No.
That's a miss. 2, as we learned earlier in this episode, in this virtual reality, it's always a miss. All right, that takes us back to Andal the 7th. The angry barbarian. You've got a bow at your feet.
It's at my feet.
Did you catch it? I don't know if you said you caught it. Did you catch it?
Well, I mean,
Make a reflex save to try and catch it.
Andal, watch your step.
Watch your bow step.
no, I got it.
You catch it with a 28. Excellent.
Let's see here. So, Knack is the only person who can do things that are in their character. Is that right?
That is correct. You are still in the mind of Andal the 7th, but you have the innate abilities, that muscle memory of Andis 147, and yeah, you feel this bow in your hand, and it feels like you want to drill an arrow home. It feels like Perhaps a Corona laser rifle.
I don't have my character sheet up. Hang on a second.
That's okay.
Because
Go ahead and roll that.
There we are.
Oh, excellent. Much better.
Yes.
That is also a miss. Roll a 7 on the die, even with get 'em. Okay, all right. So this guy's got one more turn of being staggered. It's got 4 options to snack on now, and it's going right for Knack Sizrak.
Prunking goblins.
It's very unhappy. 17 on the dice. That is a hit. Very unhappy that you rubbed its belly. So it's taking you out with 14 points of damage.
Still up.
All right, and that takes us to Astoria. Your turn.
I am going to double attack with this blue sword.
All right, 19 on the dice.
So I guess 16 with get 'em? Is that right? No, higher than that because I'm flanking.
That is just a hit. Okay, so 15 points of damage. Go ahead and make that second attack.
Probably a miss.
15, yeah, 4 on the dice. That is a miss. And that brings us back to the bottom of the turn order. Samusmail the dwarf.
Well, this staff worked so well last time. We'll try it again with magic missile. 8. 12 points of damage.
Ooh, yeah, it staggers back a little bit, hit by these massive magical force missiles. It's still up, but it's not doing well. It's been slashed, stabbed, shot with magic and arrows, and that takes us back to the top of the turn order. Knack Sizrak.
So we are going to once again get him, and I'm going to try to pet this doggy on the belly one more time.
Oh boy.
So that is a 4 plus. I probably have missed that.
Yep.
Yeah.
It comes to attack you for 11 points of damage.
Pronk. Yeah.
Knack goes down as the doggy bites him right in the leg. And that takes us to Edrill's turn.
Oh no! Guy Snacks, you have fallen. I will avenge you. And I will recklessly swing at this creature twice. That's going to be 19 minus 4 is going to be a 15 plus 2 is going to be a 17.
Your massive orcish blade lands a murdering final blow on this dragon, and it falls backward, swaying violently in the most dramatic death scene in the history of overacting you've ever seen, like clutching at its breast and, putting an arm up on its forehead, before falling to the ground with a thud, and the beast's puppy face yawns, its mouth smacks dryly a few times, its eyelids start getting heavy, and it closes its eyes and starts snoring. And we're out of combat.
Yes.
If only we could have saved Guy Snacks. He was so valuable in this win. Alas, poor Guy Snacks. I knew him well.
Knack, you res back in with another life, just fast enough to see the world around you de-res, and the hack chamber return as the visors turn from opaque colored pixels to the clear visors. And you all are burnt, bludgeoned, stabbed, slashed, and beaten. Massive wounds on, I think just about everybody took some damage. The computer disengages, and you're all left gasping for air as most of it has been burned out of the chamber here. Bumpuzzle rushes over with healing serums, holding his own wounds, and says,
You're all right. Oh, thank goodness. I'm so glad you were able to slay that horrid beast and escape the hack.
Next time you guys should really ramp up the difficulty. I didn't even take a scratch throughout the entire thing. Very poor programming. I'm very disappointed in the both of you.
I dreamt I was a moron.
Knack rolls an intimidate check against the goblins.
What do you want to tell them?
Get out of here!
It's like,
Wow. No need to get angry. I'm just glad you are okay, and well, I'm glad we all learned a valuable lesson about telling the truth and friendship.
Out!
Okay, it's time to leave. Let's all laugh about this arduous trek in this episode while simply forgetting the moral fecundity of artificial intelligence, virtual reality, and the impending continuum that will surely spell doom for all sentient life forms across the galaxy.
And Cattywampus comes over and slaps Bumfuzzle on the back.
Yeah, let's forget about all that and go have an ice cream party.
I hate goblins so much.
Ice cream, my favorite dessert.
I do like ice cream.
I do too, friends. The end.
No, I'll say it when the end. As you guys walk out of the party walks away out of the chamber, the ship's dogs, Mr. McScruffins or TBD, walks by and sniffs in the chamber at the spilled blood and burnt flesh here. It looks slightly perturbed, and then hiccups. A small fireball escapes its snout, followed by smoke. The dog turns to the ship's monitors and says right into the camera, "Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for listening. Make sure to spay and neuter your dragons. And oh yeah, to be continued."
Hey everybody, real quick before we let you go. As I mentioned earlier, PAX East is upon us and we will be there in 3 days. We would love it if you stopped by and said a friendly hello. We also had these really sweet lapel pins made just for PAX that feature the Cosmic Crit logo on a nickel base. If you want to check them out, we've got photos up over on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. They just came in on Saturday and holy cow do they look great. And I cannot wait to give you one of them. If you want one of these bad boys, all you gotta do is track us down at PAX East on Thursday, Friday, or Sunday. We'll be the ones wearing the Cosmic Crit t-shirts. And say hello. We'll be updating Twitter and Discord with where we are and what we're up to all day long. But if you don't want to play Akata and Yosoki looking for us all day long, you will find us on Thursday at 3 o'clock in the rear of the expo hall playing Starfinder. That's over in sort of the Paizo Society play setup back there. You'll see it. It's the big group of nerds, and some of us will be wearing Cosmic Crit t-shirts. I believe there are even still a few slots open for the table that we're going to be playing at, so if you get there quick, you may even be able to join us for a game of Starfinder, which would be so much fun to play with listeners. And hopefully, it would be fun for you to play with us too. But I don't know. That remains to be seen. Anyway, whether or not that is the case, we cannot wait to see all of you fine folks there and hear all about you and how your PAX has been going. If you'd like to reach out to us, and we'd love it when you do, you can find us on Twitter and Instagram at CosmicCrit, by email at cosmiccrit@gmail.com, or you can join us on Discord, where we love yucking it up with the whole heap of awesome folks over there. All of these, as well as our Facebook and subreddit, can be found over on our website at cosmiccrit.com. I know, it's easy, right? So why don't you come around and say hi sometime? Don't be a stranger. One last thing before I let you go. We've now got a YouTube channel where you can listen to episodes, see artwork, and we're hoping to add some amount of a visual component to the show in the future. So, if you go over there and sub to that channel, you will be the first to know when new cool stuff drops up there. Alright gang, thanks so much for listening. We will see you in Boston. Have a fun, safe PAX East, and we will talk to you next week.
All right, I'm never giving you guys any prep for these ever again.